Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Dodger Wolf with 854 rating versus Amp with 1005 rating. So it's going to be another high rated DB video, and let's hop right in. So we're going to have Wolf win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and he's going to decide to go first. 40 versus 40, gotta love to see it. Opening hand is Stain, Fire Flint Lady, Snake, Rhoda, and Fogblade. So this is combo, like very good combo too. Good extenders, like just a level 3 if he needs it, or a warrior. And then he has Droplet, Cosmic, Fire, Droplet, Field Spell. Yo, this hand is really good to break the board, right? Yeah, for sure, because Droplet's good versus the end board, and then he has Cosmic for like a Fog Blade. So this hand's nice. Like for this matchup, even if it was like virtual world, like he could like Droplet VFD, they would chain Chuchi on it, and he could like Cosmic it. But he's gonna activate Rhoda, add Torn Scales, and then normal summon, use the effect. It's gonna send Ancient Cloak by discarding Fog Blade, and then Snake effect. And that hits Fire Flint Lady, bring itself out, and draws Shade. Go into Cherubini, then Cherubini effect, that's going to send Graph, bring out Seer, and then Cloak to add Boots, and then Torn Scale, bring itself out. Overlay for Sea Dragon effect, it's going to bring out Cloak, and then special summon out Boots. Go for a Soul, and he's going to get the effect to add Torn Scale. And then effect to send, bring out Renaud, and then that's just going to add back the Living Fossil. So this is pretty good. He's going to go into Appaloosa there. And then Seer, bring out Graph, go into Rusty. And then Rusty effect, that's going to send Ragged Gloves, set Fog Blade. And then Fog Blade, bring out Cloak effect on Rusty. At one point is going to happen. So good thing that he summoned an attack. And then Stain's going to bring itself out. Make that gain 800. Go for Break Sword. Rusty effect, pop the Break Sword. And then Break Sword effect, bring both back out. Go into Anaconda. And then Anaconda effect. It's going to pay 2,000. Dump the materials. Bring out Dragoon. And then Boots to add Wing. I've seen a lot of people play Wing recently. And then set it, pass turn. So I guess if I had to change like anything about the board, it'd probably just be like Rusty right here would be a little bit better, but it's not going to be a difference here. Draw Fire. Then he's going to activate Field Spell. That's going to let him search for water. And then normal summon water. On summon, he's going to activate Wing, and then Wing effect to bring out Break Sword, and then Rusty to pop. That's really good. He's going to chain Cosmic on the set card, and then chain Droplets, sending 3 to negate, these 3 that are actually going to do something. So he just outed the entire board. Water effect, bring out Wind. I mean, can he capitalize on this though and do anything about it? Like and win? Can he win right now? He's gonna get the effects. Says no counters. Yeah. I actually didn't know this either until like a week ago. So it's fair enough that he doesn't know. Wow. He said 12k XP, you should know that. Wow, that hurts me. Nah, but that never really came up for me either. So, like, I understand. Because, like, this card just hasn't been played yet in the format. If you didn't play Infernoble, then this card probably should have just never been played in your deck, since this card just hasn't been good in the meta. So, hasn't really came up for me. And then I don't play stuff like Zoo deck, so I don't have Droplets used on like Trident. He's going to ascend, bring out fire, add fusion, and then doodle effect, that's going to grab back 2. Then activate fusion, bring out butler, and then he's going to get fire effect, and then butler beat over dragoon. Set droplet, pass turn, draws edge imp. He's going to use butler effect on standby to wipe the board. And then he's going to use cloak effect. That's going to add boots. So he could make like another one of these and then like use this card and like pop something, like force this. But if he tries popping that, then that'll get the summon back. I mean, he has a lot here. Like a lot of extenders. So he's going to be able to push multiple times. Bring out Torn Scales and then special summon Boots. He's going to Butler effect. And then normal Living Fossil. That brings out Graph. And then Gloves effect to send Fogblade. Fogblade effect, bring out Rusty. Overlay for Break Sword. Rusty to pop the back row. And then he's just going to attack. Wow, I was like, yeah, he has a lot of extenders, and then I thought he was going to be able to end the game. But make Downard, then Zeus. I like seeing Downard in the deck. I think this card's really good. Some people were like, oh, this card's not even good in Drytron, no point of playing it. But this card's like MVP in the Drytron extra deck, because this card's MVP. Pass turn, draws water, and then that's game. Summon, Zeus effect, wipe the board. Imagine you like Graph, summon out Barbar, burn for 900, switch to attack game. Draw Tour Guide. Okay, now he's going to Tour Guide in the Barbar for game. Wow, and he admitted defeat before we could see the Barbar. Now, moving on to game 2, we're going to see Prank Kids go first. Opening hand is Knight, Tour Guide, Edge Imp, Torn Scales, Snake. No hand traps, no going second cards. Then he has Fusion Spell, Called by, Wind, Field Spell, Water. He's going to normal summon out Water, then go into Meow Meow, Water effect, gang 1,000, bring out Wind from deck. And then link in the Doodle, get those effects. And that's going to send, summon out Fire, add Fusion. And then activate Fusion, go on the Rocket Ride. And then he's going to get Fire effect, burn 500, bring out Rock from deck. And then Rocket Ride, special summon back out from grave. Doodle effect to add back. So he's just not playing around Nib. Activate Place, it's going to add Fire. Most people don't play Nib anymore, so I kind of understand why he's not playing around it. Go on the Bow Wow. And then Rock effect, draw Nib. Especially because like everyone sides out Nib against this deck because they assume that they're going to play around it the next game. Set some cards, end phase, shuffle back, and then draws Wind. Pass turn, draw Rhoda. Normal summon Tour Guide Knight. And then that's going to summon out Tour Guide from deck. Maybe he sided out Graph. Goes into Cherubini effect, send Graph. Oh, never mind. Bring out Seer. Why didn't he just do that before? Why didn't he Tour Guide in the Graph? Go into Cherubini. Graph effect, summon Seer from deck. And then you have a Cherubini sent for free. Yeah, that was definitely a misplay. And then he's going to drop Nib. Chain Bow Wow effect. That's going to add back. And then he's going to get Seer effect on Cherubini. He's going to chain Called by on Cherubini. Set Rhoda, activate Snake effect. And he's going to hit Torn Scales. Draws in the Ragged Gloves. Bring out Link Spider. And then Anaconda. Activate the Fusion. Bring out Butler. And then all the effects are going to trigger. And then Butler to wipe Anaconda. Summon out. So burn for 500. Gang 1,000. And Rhoda. And then he's just going to admit defeat. So now moving on to game 3, we're going to see Phantom Knights go first. Opening hand is Boots, Graph, Seer, Fogblade, Cosmic. You don't want to open like one of these, but opening like both isn't bad because you can still just combo with them. And then he has Cosmic, Win, 1-for-1, Place, Talons. So no hand traps though, but it does have a couple like going second cards. Also, I've been asked, is Talents a going second or going first card? And it's kind of both. I think it's more consistent, like a going second card, because every board you fight is pretty much going to have a negate. Well, against this, I should say, like, he's going to have a negate. So, like, Talents is, like, very good against that kind of board. It's going to graph, bring itself out, and then normal summon Seer. Go in the Cherubini, Seer effect, bring out Graph, and then Cherubini effects and Cloak. Go in the Rusty effect, send Torn Scale, set Shade, banish Cloak, add Stain, and then Torn Scale, bring itself out, and then Stain, bring itself out, overlay in the Sea Dragon effect, bring out Cloak. And then Cloak effect on Rusty, activates Shade, bring itself out, goes into a Soul to add, that's going to add Torn Scales, and then effect dump 1, bring out Renon, add back Living Fossil. So he's doing it in different zones this time. I wonder if he's going to do different zone placement. He makes Appaloosa. Well, he already did because he put Rusty right here, so he's doing it better than he did game 1. Bring out Stain and then the special summon Boots. Overlay for Breaksword, Rusty Papa. And then effect, bring out the materials. Go for Anaconda effect. That's going to pay 2,000, bring out Dragoon. And then Boots to add Wing. And then set 3 pass turn. Draw Water. Not a good draw. It's going to activate Field Spell, Chain Cosmic. It's actually really good too, because this would like let him chain block. Or this was actually bad zone placement. So if he was going for a Breaksword pop, shouldn't he have put Rusty over here? Yeah, that was a mistake for sure. Wow, that's actually a huge mistake. So it's usually better to put it over here. Because you'd want to, like, guard Appaloosa from, like, Geo effect, is what I was saying, game 1. But now this is really bad because this only points to here. Breaksword can't summon to one of these spots, obviously. So he should have summoned it here, Dragoon here, and then he'd still have a spot for Breaksword. So that was actually a misplay on his part. That was actually bad zone placement. So wow, I actually messed this one up. It's going to activate 1-for-1. That's going to bring out Win from deck. And then normal summon Water. He's going to go in the Doodle. Wow, I don't think I've seen anyone like skip Meow Meow in forever. But he's going to get the effects. Chain Appaloosa. And then bring out Rock. Bring out Fire. Appaloosa's so good. Like, it's actually so incredible, especially in this deck where you have like Fogblade to protect it, because it'll get like most of its negates. He's gonna get those effects. Chain Appaloosa. You see, it's already negated 2 things. Could have Talons. Oh, I didn't send from the Win guy. And then bring out Win from deck. Didn't he also? Yeah, he forgot to gang 1,000 too. But he's gonna go in the Unicorn. No effect, then goes in the access code talker. It's just crazy because if he didn't misplay, like, could have been done differently. But he's going to Cosmic, Fogblade, and then Dragoon effect. He's going to negate Cosmic, and then Talons, take Dragoon. Dragoon effect, Chain Appaloosa to negate. And then he's going to use Wings on Rusty. Pop Anaconda for 500, beat over Appaloosa. He's going to use Wing effect, bring out Breaksword, and then Rusty effect, Pop Appaloosa. That's funny. He said GG question mark thinking, and then he said GG. Wow. Yeah. That's rough. He definitely thought he had game there, but he just didn't. Go for Cerberus. It's crazy because if this was just summoned here, this whole turn wouldn't have happened. Fogblade, bring out Ancient Cloak, and then Tornscale bring itself out. I mean, it's game. You know, Cloak effect, make this game 800. Overlay for Breaksword. Could have summoned it there, Rusty Pop. Now he's going to use Plan Effect, Shuffle Back. So this has been a interesting game 3 for sure. You've seen zone placement be huge this time around. Breaksword, poke for 2000. Then go for Downer, then Zeus. Rusty effect, and we're just going to see Amp, admit defeat, and leave. There's no way he's beating a Zeus with 2 sends off the top, you know. But let's see how long the match was. Whoa, this is a 58-minute long match. Did not feel that long, but it's actually a pretty long game. But that's going to be it for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. The DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day.